Good morning. Welcome back to Sam and Sonia's Garden. This is Sonia coming back to give you another demo of my sweet potato slip harvest and my sweet potato slip planting. So on May 27th and May 28th, 2025, I harvested sweet potato slips from these little containers where I planted the sweet potatoes in. And you can see here how these are doing. I hope you can see this. You'll see I've got the little slips coming off here and they're growing and they've got roots coming on them, but they're growing pretty slowly and I'm okay with that. These orange sweet potato slips don't grow as quickly as the purples do, and that's fine. And I've got little ants crawling up me. I started those sweet potato slips on March 11th, and again I planted them out. I could have planted them out probably a month later, but my garden wasn't ready for them until May 27th, and they were fine in these containers. So today what I'm going to do is just take these I'm going to move this container, not this one, but this one that has my purple sweet potato in it. I only have one purple sweet potato. I didn't think I needed to plant many of those because these slips grow so fast, but the potatoes themselves mature more slowly than my my Beauregards. And you'll see these Beauregards haven't done much in here. They're taking their time, and that's okay. That's okay. I can wait on them because when the harvest starts coming in, oh, what a glorious time. So here we go. I'm going to show you how I harvest these. Let me get my camera straight. Alrighty, so give me just a second to get you set up so you can see what I'm doing. And hopefully you can see right here, the purple sweet potato is a lot darker than my Beauregards there. So let's get to harvesting the slips. Let's get to harvesting the slips. So looking at this, again, you can see this purple sweet potato is much darker than these bright oranges. And the bright oranges are growing much more slowly. They're all in here together. You can see that these aren't putting off as quickly as these are, and that's fine. Like I said, I'll plant them as they come out, and it helps us not to have to harvest sweet potatoes all at the same time. It gives us, so we'll have like a month between these and my first planting out of sweet potato slips on May 27th and 28th, and today is June 16th, the day after Father's Day. So I'm gonna go ahead and start plucking these out. And I'll also take out my tool just in case I need to trim off any of the ends. Sometimes I need to trim those if there's much potato left on it, what looks like a potato anyway. I'm told, I've never experienced this, but I'm told that if you leave that potato looking part on there, it can encourage bacteria growth. So what I'm going to do is just strip some of these leaves off because I want to plant this as deeply as I can, and these leaves will probably go into my garden. But this is that, and I'm going to show you up close the little sweet potato piece that's on here that I'm clipping off. And you can see it's got nice roots on it. I think you can see that. Yeah, you can see the roots on there very nicely. But this is the purple sweet potato that you can see here, and I'm going to clip that away. And it's okay that I'm losing roots, and that looks less fleshy here. So all that gets planted, and everywhere that I pull those leaves is the possibility of a new sweet potato plant. So I might take a few more, and you'll see here. I want to just pop it off. I don't want to strip it down, I just want to pop it off. Very nice looking plant there. All right, so back out to pluck more sweet potatoes. Sorry, more sweet potato slips. So let's get the camera to focus again. And in just a second, I have to take this glove off. Well, that's not what I want. There we go. Get us back in there. Sorry about that. Okay. So I've got this slip. Now I'm going to plant these out right now. So I really can take this directly to the garden, just lay them over here or to the side. But if I were going to wait a day, 2, 3, 4 days, I would need to drop these in water so that they stay hydrated and happy until they can go into the soil. But again, since I'm growing my own slips, I don't have to worry about that. I try to coordinate this so that the day that I'm pulling slips from the seedling area is the same day that I'm actually planting out in the garden. So here goes. Let's just go ahead and get these plucked out of here. There's another one, and I'll show you this one doesn't have all the purple on it. So if you look closely, oh boy, I'm gonna have to take off my glove again to refocus this camera. Sorry. All right, so if you look closely, the area that I plucked this off, it's white. Purple sweet potatoes are purple, so that is definitely not flesh connected there. So, and it's got nice roots, very nice roots. The plant looks great, so I'm gonna take some of these leaves off. Well, just one. I'm gonna leave 2 or 3 in the top just for photosynthesis to get this baby going. This is a beautiful sweet potato slip. All right, continuing on. Gloves back on. So let's get it. All right, and I'm having the feeling that we'll be eating a lot of our sweet potato greens this year, more so than just the, well, we don't usually eat many purple sweet potatoes anyway. I eat them, but my family's not crazy about them. So the leaves grow really huge and make a nice meal of like a sauteed spinach type dish. So good with a little garlic and maybe soy sauce. And you know, I read the other day that fish sauce was good on them. And it's, I kind of have the Asian inspiration when I cook these. And I'm gonna try that fish sauce with them. And sounds good. I'm gonna give it a go. So again, I'm plucking these leaves off, only leaving a few in the top. All of this goes into the ground. All right, and notice when I pull the slips from the, oh gosh, this purple sweet potato looks terrible. But when I pull the slips from it, I hold the potato in place so that it doesn't rip up out of the soil, because it's barely in the soil. There's barely soil covering it, but there's just enough covering it to give me some roots, and that's all I need, because any more soil would just be a waste of material. And who wants to waste? Oh, I broke that one. I guess I should catch it down much lower than that. So I'm just gonna stick it in the soil. Maybe it will re-root itself. These things are so resilient. So I'm just gonna be a little more careful as I pluck them, because they are tender. The previous batch had been out here almost 2 months, so they weren't as tender. These, like I said, they are tender. Ooh, and I stripped it. You don't want to do this. You don't want to strip down the thing. You just want down the stem. You just want to pluck the leaf off. So I made a boo-boo on that one, but it'll be fine. Again, these potatoes are resilient. Another thing I want to tell you is, I hear, and I don't know if it's true or not because I've not been brave enough to try it. I hear that the smaller potatoes, no matter what color or variety they are better for making slips. I don't know. Maybe that's true. All right, that's all I need in the top. But I don't know. I'm from the camp of bigger is always better, and I'm just always, I always choose the bigger potato. Maybe next year I'll be more adventurous and just get these small potatoes and go from there, but we'll see. All right, here we go. Just plucking them out. Stripped down again. All right, I think this is the last one. Again, I'm holding the potato down and gently tugging up, and I'm trying to be careful not to damage it. There we go. Alrighty, so that's all that my purple sweet potato has given me since May 27th or 28th, whenever it was that I plucked these last. I think it was the 27th. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, looks like 12 slips here. Nice little bouquet, isn't that cute? A dirty little bouquet, but it's cute nonetheless. I'll cover the dirt up. How about that? All right, so there we go. Now notice this purple sweet potato still has a lot of baby slips coming off of it. They will just keep coming and coming and coming. Eventually, I'm gonna have so many, I'm just gonna have to say, you know what? Enough's enough. I don't have room to plant anymore, nor do I desire to have any more to harvest in 90 to 108 days. These usually go a little more than 108 days. I usually let these go about 108 days. The Beauregards usually go about 108 days, but the purple usually go about 10 days more. Give or let, no, give, no take. Definitely not less than 10 more days. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back in its home. And put this back here. All right, so these are gonna go out to the garden. This gets fed to my soil. Let's go plant these out. Okay. Oops, I knocked something over. Let me grab it. Okay. All right, so I think I'm gonna have to grab my hat because mosquitoes are starting to buzz my ears. So I'm gonna sit this down. Grabbing my mosquito hat. Yep. So grabbing my mosquito hat. This thing I got on Amazon really gets the job done. I just kind of plop it on, tie it on, and it keeps the mosquitoes out of my face. They can't get to me. Notice I wear sleeves. The mosquitoes are crazy here. But anyways, let's get these on out to the garden and get them planted. Again, these are purple sweet potatoes. Excuse me walking with this camera. The garden's doing really, really well. And look at those clary sage. Isn't that pretty? With actual sage growing in front of it. It's so pretty. These, I'm just cutting these Jerusalem artichokes every now and then and letting them be mulch. So those Jerusalem artichokes are mulch. And you can maybe see them in that celery bed there. But anyway, this video is getting long. I'm gonna keep moving. Get us out here to get these. Oh, and these are the purple sweet potatoes that I planted on May 27th. They are doing great. I'm gonna give you a little up close and personal on these before I start in with this. So I'm gonna take this down. And just toss this in here. Okay. So I do want you to see this because This is awesome to me. Awesome progress. All right, so if you see there, these have begun to run. Oh man, I'm trying to get a better view for you. I think you'll be able to see it here. Let's back you out here. So these purple sweet potatoes have begun to run. And once they start running, if you'll see this right here, oh, not only is it running, it's rooting itself into the ground. So this is rooted. I can't even lift this or I'll pull it out of the ground. So this is running. The actual root where I planted it is here. This one hasn't rooted itself to the ground. Look how tall that is. How tall that is. Isn't that beautiful? It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So it's doing good. They don't require a lot of anything, really. I don't come out here and mess with these much at all. You can tell the grass growing in. Here's a butter bean growing in with my sweet potatoes. But here's where the sweet potatoes planted. And look at that long, and I accidentally pulled that root out. I don't know if you can see that root. So it kind of roots along the vine, which, I don't know, it does try to put off potatoes there, but I feel like that just gives the plant more nutrients for, you know, to feed itself and to feed the tubers that are growing off that main stem. All right, so here we are. Here we are. Okay, so this is where I'm about to plant these. I don't think they'll all fit in this one space, but I'm gonna do my, I don't know, we'll see what happens. We'll go with it, okay? So that's where we're planting, and let's get after it. All right. I had to put cardboard down because it's been so rainy here, and everything's just so muddy, and my boots get so muddy it's almost hard to walk. Well, it's not hard to walk, but my boots get heavy. All right, so I plant these probably 12 to 18 inches apart, and I kind of stagger them. So I'm just gonna lay them out to place them where, kind of know where I want them planted at. Ignore my walking onions back here. They need some TLC, and I'll get to that eventually, especially with all the rain I'm having. Oh, well, there's one right there. And there's one vine growing all into it. Let's see how many I'm gonna get in this one little spot. Not many. I'll have to move down further. Sam and I came out here yesterday, and we had to remove some grass because all these butter beans volunteered out here, and we didn't want them to not stay where they wanted to be planted. So we let them stay where they wanted to be planted. And I will put the rest of these over here, but first let's go ahead and get these planted. So it's very simple. I used to do a lot to plant sweet potatoes and put a lot of amendments into the ground. I really don't do that anymore because they don't need it. They really don't. So I'm just gonna move the soil back. I'm not even gonna, normally I would water these in, but I'm not even gonna do that today because we're expecting a lot of rain. So I'm just gonna plant them. The soil is already pretty wet from all the rain we've already had. So I'm just gonna plant these. And let them do their thing. Again, they don't take much. I should have brought my little rock cup. We have so many rocks out here. Look at this huge rock. This isn't the biggest that I find out here, but over the years, we're slowly getting them all out of here, but it's taking time. Say Rome wasn't built in a day, right? So we will take the time we need to get the things done that we need done. And enjoy the process. No rush. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that beautiful? So I'm just gonna go all around here. Again. Got another one. Try not to plant the grass. Anyways. Looks good. Push the soil back in here. Looks great. I can hear the rocks when I'm digging. And there it is. I'm telling you, we've got rocks, but this soil is so fertile. It is Mississippi clay, but I'm okay with that. This Mississippi clay is very nutritious. I'm gonna take another leaf here. This Mississippi clay is very nutritious, even though it is not very, it doesn't allow the soil to drain as well as the other soils might, but I'm okay with that. Sam and I have been working with this soil for quite a few years, and it's a lot better, a lot more loamy than it used to be. I can hear the rock down there. I'll try to get it out. May not get it out, but I'm gonna try. But like I said, we've been working with this soil for all the years that we've been planting, and it has improved a lot. There's the rock. I just don't want my root right up against the rock. Does it matter? I don't know. But if I can help it, I try to get them out. All right, almost done. I've got this one and one more. I think I'm gonna put this little one here. Yep, there we go. And she'll be happy there. There was an ant bed over here, which is why I did not pull the grass. I'll get to it though. Those ants will not be the boss of my garden. I'm not gonna let them bite me too much either. They won't be the boss here. Oh, these rocks. I'm just hitting rocks and rocks and rocks. Look at it. Well, where is it? Anyways, okay. There it is. That was a big one. This is a rock garden and a vegetable garden. How about that? All right. So, in we go. Last one for this video anyway. More rocks. They're all planted, looking great. You can tell this is clay soil. Look at there. But that's okay. There'll be some very nutritious sweet potatoes and sweet potato slips. Again, this is this is Sonia from Sam and Sonia's Garden. I hope you enjoy our sweet potato planting, purple sweet potato planting on today, June 16th, 2025. I'm excited to show you in a few months us harvesting a bountiful harvest of sweet potatoes, but probably before that we'll probably eat leaves. We may harvest the sweet potatoes. We should harvest the sweet potatoes. I don't want the sweet potatoes to go to waste. I've just talked myself into it. We will harvest these sweet potatoes, but you will see me harvesting leaves throughout the summer. Take care. Thanks for coming along for our sweet potato slip planting. Bye.